All right, me now. Why do I still have gnats all around my head?
Oh, I sprayed my ears point blank range and it's still...
Yeah. Hey everybody, you're watching Sidestep Adventures. It's Robert. I'm out here with Cody, Walter, and Brian. And today Walter's actually brought us out to this cemetery where, as you know, Walter's my uncle. And we actually have some relatives buried here.
Yes.
Do you know who they are?
I am familiar with the Hewitt name, but I know Uncle Hewitt. I know of Uncle Hewitt. So I need to ask Mom for specifics about all this. This is a long forgotten cemetery that a lot of people don't even know about in our own family. It's really hidden and out of the way, and it appears to have been forgotten.
Nelly?
Wow. Oh, these are some old graves.
Yeah. Yes, they are. These have been here a long time.
Then look, they're all on the back side. You know, what
Yeah.
we'd consider the back side of the headstone, like I've talked about before.
Break some of these limbs.
Yeah, do that. This tree is pretty much wrecked this cemetery.
I'm not gonna do anything with it.
So the cemetery is just in this gate, right? There's no other graves out there?
To my knowledge, no, there's a marker right there, which is probably the edge of the cemetery.
Yeah, that's a right-of-way marker. There's another one right there. Oh, look at that big old cedar tree.
Oh, man.
That was probably planted here when, well, when these people were planted here, to put it one way. Back in, well, 1853 is one date.
Well, it's broken right there. I think I can... No, I can't because it's...
Well, that was one way to do it.
One, two,
All right, so the first tombstone we saw coming up here is for James Hewitt, age 82 years. It says, may he rest in peace. And as I mentioned earlier, these gravestones are again backwards from how we would normally think of gravestones, with the name being on the back and the feet of the person, the footstone being down there, whereas typical tombstones today would have the name over here. I've heard several different reasons for that from subscribers who've left comments. One is that the name on the back, so you don't have to walk on the grave. The other is that the names point east, or the tombstones face east. Brian's clearing up some brush for us while I walk through. I'm not sure exactly how. I know that these are relatives from what Walter was telling me. We don't know exactly how they're connected, but it is part of our family cemetery.
The Hewitts were very, like Uncle Hewitt, were very frequently spoken of by Mom. I'm not entirely sure. I do know that my great-grandmother
could not walk up the hill. And these are people from, well, as the dates give away, you know, like 2 generations back. They're not really well known to the current family on that person-to-person basis, like they would have been grandmother or great-grandmother, but they are definitely close kin to us.
So here we have William Hewitt, born May 25th, 1828, died 1858. There's no exact death date on there, like, you know, with the month and day, which is kind of interesting. It says, "We will meet again" at the bottom. And as you can see, this huge old oak tree has fallen across this cemetery, damaging some of the graves. You can see there was bricks. It doesn't look like there was a brick tomb like you'd see in many cases. It looks like just a brick stack over here and over here. Brian's trying to clear away some more of the debris.
You get that hatchet?
No, I don't. It's not in the Jeep. Here's the infant son of Noah and Mary Tyson. It says, "Gone so soon."
Tyson, I'm not familiar with that name.
This is a very small cemetery.
Yeah, it's just a little family cemetery. All right, so let's see if we can get around here and read a name. This is Nellie Hewitt, age 77 years. At the bottom, it says, "All at rest." So that looks like about all the graves here. There's 4. And it's interesting, we see many cemeteries in our travels, but this one has obviously more significance to us, being a family cemetery and one that's almost forgotten. And as Brian was talking about earlier, how steep the hill is to get up the cemetery, you can see Walt setting up his tripod and struggling right there.
I don't want to fall.
Yeah, be careful. And as you can see, there's actually a relatively new road right down there. And this cemetery is up on a hill right off of it. Just toss that out of there. Look at the size of that cedar tree compared to Brian where he's standing right now, and you can kind of get a size, an idea of how large it is. And it's halfway dead. You can see there's still some green at the top though. And what's interesting is, as we know from previous videos, cedar trees are often planted around cemeteries because they are evergreens and were supposed to represent everlasting life. So judging by this grave, which has the date of 1853, you can probably imagine how old that cedar tree is. Walter,
Right here's the back boundary.
say that again.
This is the back boundary of the cemetery.
So Brian and I are kind of looking back here to see if there's any more graves that we don't know about.
Oh, I'm not seeing anything.
It almost, look at the ground right there. It almost looks like there's an indention
Yeah.
right there.
Look at how the fence is going.
Oh yeah. As Cody pointed out, how the fence has grown into the old cedar tree, and you can see another old piece of fence up there that's really grown into the tree, and there too. So I'm just taking a little walk here in the woods behind the cemetery just to see if there's any more graves. It's probably just a little family plot. I wish I knew more about it, especially seeing as it is relatives of mine somehow. And I was thinking that there might be something else back here. I would imagine that the cemetery was somewhat close to a house when it was originally created, or when they originally started burying here, because that's how it happened a lot in the South with old cemeteries, or I should say with early cemeteries. And I definitely don't see any other signs of cemetery, or more cemetery in these woods. I was looking at how the cedar trees are all spread out through here, but I suppose that could have happened naturally. So bear with me just a moment. We're gonna walk through and just see if we see any old house foundations or anything. There's another large cedar right there. I'm just gonna walk out here to this clearing and see. Look at this. We've got a home site tree, or home site plant, right here at the base of this oak tree. I bet you there was a house right up there. As you can see, the ground is kind of flat right there. Let's see if we can get up there and look. See if we can tell anything. So judging by the landscape here, I would definitely think that there was a home here, but I don't think we're going to be able to find any remains of it. Oh, this is weird. Thought this was the road right here. Looks like maybe an old alignment of road. Alright, if I haven't gotten myself turned around too bad, I'm gonna make my way back to the cemetery and meet up with the guys there. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed seeing another forgotten cemetery, this time with personal connections to me and my family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next adventure. Hopefully with less gnats next time.
Amen.
No, some home site plants. That's it.
Oh yeah, this may very well have been the place that they lived.
I think it was, because it's not, this is more like the cemetery that would be out behind a house versus being a church cemetery or anything, being just a small floor plot family cemetery.
And the road probably wasn't even here, or was a dirt road.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at how that tree, I was trying to move that tree a minute ago. So look, it's actually grown up there.
Oh.
And it's just fallen over. Because the roots are all embedded in those bricks.
Man.
I guess we've done about all we can do here.
Yeah, without having an axe or a chainsaw. At least you can walk around in it now.
Yeah. I'll use Rockstone for outro.
Rolling. You're looking at 3 sick individuals. Or 2 of them are sick. Cody, you're okay.
Brian's got jokes today.